Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we have the battle between the young ones. The new kids in the scene. The top right spawning as the blue Terran player playing for Team Liquid. It's going to be Clem, and in the bottom left playing as the red Zerg under the ID of Simp Hunter. It is going to be Reynor asking him, "Did you snipe me, kid?" This is a ladder game that I managed to fumble out of him. I saw that they played each other. I was like, hey, I want that game, guys. I want that game. So when I want something, I get it. And I got this bad boy. So it's an exclusive ladder game. Clem saying he did not snipe him. Now, if you're wondering what that means, is that most pro players have each other on their friend list. And if you're at an MMR like these guys are, around 7k or 7.1k, if you see another 7k player search and you press the search button, there's a pretty decent chance that you're gonna get the other one. So very often what happens, if you want good practice against a certain race, you see Clem is searching, you just press the search button at the same time as he is doing it, and you can get him on ladder. Now, Reynor is suspecting that little Clem did the same thing against him. And it's just, just inquiring in a friendly way. Now asking, will you play the same way you did versus Miko? Miko is Elaser, the Polish Zerg player. Probably the third or fourth best European Zerg player at the moment. I'm wondering what he played versus Miko. I don't know actually what game they're referring to. Not to 1 point, says Reynor. Alright. A little bit of banter between these. I wasn't awake yet. Clem, of course, notorious for waking up at times that probably would be too late for Americans as well. He kind of consistently wakes up after 2 or 3 p.m. So the SCV scout confirms that indeed it was a hatchery first. And now the Reaper will make its way across the map. Try to get a little bit of damage done. On a map like Pillars, probably want to be getting at least a ling or two. Drone moves towards the third base, and once his Reaper pops in here, will start its own hatchery. Here comes the Reaper. Let's see what he can do. Goes for a drone. Doesn't quite get as many shots off. Does do some damage on a bunch of different links. Now, ideally, you want to do damage on a single link and hopefully take it out. See, the queen is relatively late compared to what it usually is. Oh, so close on that one link. There's like three links in the red there. Doesn't get any of them. Sucks for him. Misses a grenade as well. And this is going to be a free tumor here for Reynor. who does comment on the fact that the Reaper doesn't get anything. The reason for that is on the Pillars, the mineral patches are a little bit further away than on most other maps, meaning that your queen is usually going to be delayed as the Zerg player, so it's a little bit easier for the Reaper to get a bit of damage done. Queen moving forward. You're not supposed to kill any. This is definitely some revisionist history here by Clem. You're definitely supposed to kill some on Pillars of Gold. That's hatchery goes down. The Reaper keeps trying. Oh, gets a Zergling there, so Clem gets away with something. Types one on Pillars. Simp Hunter was lagging here. First two cars join up with the Reaper. Speed is not even halfway done at this point. Very slow gas mining coming out of Reynor here. Banshee behind this. Is this triple CC Banshee? No, this is double CC Banshee. It's so rare these days to see double CC openers. Even if people are playing Banshee or Hellbat pushes, we almost always see it from that triple CC single gas opener into a delayed second gas. Not for Clem though. Clem's like, you know what? These Zergs been getting a little bit too greedy against these triple CC openers. I'm going to be opening with double CC again. See if I can get any damage done whatsoever with these early Banshees. And the question here is going to be, is he straight up going to send them out? Or is he going to wait with them? I think he's going to straight up send them out as the rally point is very close by to the third base. His Overlord is going to spot it. Sees, hey, I don't think there's going to be a triple CC over here. Usually you build it at the edge as a Terran. What's this guy gonna do? Gonna build a barracks, I guess, right? Yeah. So double barracks gonna be going down. We see third CC coming down on the low ground. How many cars do we have? We're working with 6 cars here. So not quite 8. which 8 is a really nice number to start fighting queens with, but doesn't really want to waste another 200 minerals, delay his barracks even further. First drone goes down, a little bit late with the spore. The spore deny there. You can deny the second shot by building a spore, and then you save the drone while your queens come back. But pretty decent defense here coming out of Reynor so far. Hasn't really built too many links either, just 9 is up 10 workers, and this is a good start. If someone's playing double CC, they do want to do some damage, they do want to clear some creep, and Clem is trying his hardest, going to be able to get this tumor at least. He's going to try to kind of bounce forward here, takes out 2 drones, and he's going to be happy with that as he hasn't taken too much damage on these cars yet. But the creep spread of Reynor, especially towards that far left side, is looking very, very spicy. Now you see Clem, trying to go for a scan here. Well, he's just gonna go for a scan, honestly. You can really try to go for a scan. You either scan or you don't. Ooh, a little bit sleepy there by Clem. Probably focusing on this Banshee harass, but misses a fresh creep tumor. That's going to be a little bit painful if he watches that back. I still have all the cars alive. These cars are going to be very useful later on, either with that initial push, or you can use them to deny round buys. Now, as long as you keep the Banshees alive, you can use the Banshees. Too deep. Way too deep there. Yeah, it's a little bit yikesy there, my friend. So what's going to be doing most likely is just keep the Banshee at home to help against circling run buys, and then you can use the Hellions with the tank push, which is a very common thing to do. Ooh, once again, coming out of a kind of a creative angle here. Goes all the way around. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3 creep tumors. Could even go back to get the next wave of tumors, but not going to do that. His cars are getting a little bit bruised up. Doesn't want to lose any probably. See this Banshee at home over here. 111 supply against 115. Drone count looking very healthy though for Reynor, who is pushing this away with pure queen for now. Stim has finished up, 1-1 not yet. I don't think Clem is going to be stimming in here, knowing how many queens there are. Now with the cars, we might see a possibility here with some nice play between the cars, and the Marines might be able to roast a couple of links. Not the hottest moves there with the cars. We'll end up losing a fair amount of links and loses all the cars as well. I think Reynor is going to be very happy with this defense. 81 drones still mining hardcore for him. So you see second factory going down here. We're on 5 barracks, or well, we're about to be on 5 barracks, and oh, did he forgot the armory? Oh, that's painful. Armory, oh no, never mind. Armory is here, so 2-2 not starting yet. Gives priority to these tanks for now. Wouldn't mind if it starts soon though, because he does have a little bit of an upgrade lead, and it can be important if you want to hit like a potential 2-2 timing. Tanks are not quite sieged up yet, but these initial creep tumors are going to be going down. 2 more will fall. 5th base in trouble. Sucks that this tumor doesn't end up dying. This base should just die. We see a massive link run by coming out of Reynor here. We'll be going into that 4th base. Only a single Banshee there. Bunch of Marines and a single tank should not be enough. This is going to cost him a bunch of workers. Decides to not pull away. Instead go into that single creep tumor. We see Reynor be like, well, that's simply not enough Marines. SCVs are fighting here. Bunch of these SCVs are going to be going down. Back down to 57 workers. This 4th base, however, is also taking massive damage here. Is Reynor going to be able to stop this? I am not quite sure if he is. No, 4th base does end up falling, so we're going back to a 3 base versus 3 base situation. 60 army supply versus 60 army supply. Good target fire there with the Marines on these banelings, by the way. The Clem micro is absolutely insane. 2-2 has started before the 2-2 of his opponent. We see a single Banshee moving to the right, realizing, hey, if this left side base is gone, maybe this right side base is up. He wants to probably go for a couple of drones, but instead he says, now wait a second, maybe I can actually do some actual drone damage in this 3rd base. It's going to be going for 1-2 drones over here. It's probably going to end up losing this Banshee though. It's not being controlled too well. Yeah, it's busy with these Marines. See a flank coming up. This could also be for a potential attack on the 4th, but it has more of a flanky feeling. Yeah, there we go. It's going to reset up. This is not good. He's going to be losing a lot of units here, or at least a lot of tanks. So tank count getting reset a little bit, loses 2 of them, still 3 on the map. Second factory out pumping Widow Mines as well in the creep. is very far forward. The drone count isn't as high as it used to be. We were on 82, 83 drones before. Right now we're only on 75. And this right side base finally is up, and Reynor desperately needs that because he just doesn't have that much money right now. He's struggling to get an infestation pit and the potential hive there. So 3-3 definitely is going to be delayed for him. He loves to go into lurkers on this map. Absolutely loves it. But yeah, it's going to be tough to actually get to those hive upgrades. Ooh, this is a bad engagement here for Clem. Tanks absolutely not sieged yet. Tries to kind of micro back. Big baneling hits into these tanks. Not what you want. This looked potentially bad, but now all of a sudden Clem 30, 35 supply ahead. Outmining his opponent massively as well. Probably threw down a couple of mules. Only 2 mules actually, but it's going to be enough to get a massive lead here in supply. This base is gonna fall, and this is going to be a 3 versus 4 base situation right now, which I'm not quite sure how Reynor is going to try and get back into this game. He's being outmined by a crap ton, by 1500 minerals a minute. He is getting more gas. He has no range upgrades though, so even if he does end up getting the lurkers out, how good is it really? 5th base already going down for Clem, and really just now our good friend Simp Hunter is saturating his own 4th base. Once again, 75 against 75 workers. We see a big engagement coming out of Reynor, but really he can't attack off creep, and every trade he makes is just worse for him than it is for Clem. Clem's tank count sure isn't as high as it could be with only 5, and once those lurkers are out, he probably wants to grow that tank count a little bit. We now have 11 lurkers on the way, but without the range upgrade, are they really that useful? Do we have the 3 extra barracks yet, or are we still working off of 5? No, we're already on 8, I think. A little bit of a run by. Stutter steps into banelings, not quite what you want usually. Scan here on the lurkers. Is he paying attention? Tries to go for the split. Can he actually just do this? Can he actually just straight up fight into lurkers? No, I don't think so. Not enough banelings here though to truly clean up this army, and I think Reynor's just in a little bit, no, in a whole lot of bit of trouble. Getting run by into the 3rd. Oi, 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 oi. Also gets cleaned up. I mean, Clem's eco is looking healthy. His setup is looking good. We're still only working off of 2 factories though. I'm not too sure about the attack into this one, Clem. Sure, it's off creep, but lurkers don't really care if they're on creep or not. So yeah, trading against the spikes of lurkers and transfuses isn't going to be it. Seismic spines is being researched right now, halfway done. There's a single creep tumor here that's looking kind of odd. He's gonna scan this, right? Yeah. There's no way he leaves that alive. Creep is looking poor for Reynor, except for this single lane just moving forward and pushing into the 3rd base here, the rocks of the 3rd base of Clem. Oh, there's Vipers out already as well. This 5th base is looking a little bit vulnerable. Could just be sniped down here potentially. No, Clem realizing he doesn't quite have the time for that. Vipers pulling in these tanks. What's going on here, Clem? We're going to be transitioning into Ghost. I mean, there's a couple of tech labs here. We have, what, 4 tech labs on these barracks. This is 8, right? Yeah, I did count properly. No 3rd factory yet, which is slightly surprising. He's been losing a lot of tanks. In order to rebuild them a bit faster, a 3rd factory can be handy there. He's on 83 workers. He has a good orbital count as well. He's going to be moving up to 5 orbitals. He's on 5 bases. So plenty of scans for him. These tanks are going to just be pulled in and most likely die. Simp Hunter sees them. He's like, whoop. Thank you so much. Another Simp Hunted. Pulled into the lurkers. Now we have the Marine Marauder army just moving on to creeper, trying to deny a little bit. This is a lurker flank. You don't see these every day. Oh, Clem. Oh my god, it's gonna end up losing a lot of his Marine Marauder as this flies back to his 5th base. Ay. Lurkers moving forward. This is going to be the end of this planetary, I feel like, because once lurkers siege up a base, usually that means the end of the base. Now there's a bunch of ghost snipes coming in. Good abducts on these individual ghosts, pulling them in before their snipe actually ends up finishing. This trade probably wasn't too great for Clem. Still overall ahead in trades, but these last few individual trades haven't been too good, haven't been too cost efficient. Losing a 5th base isn't what you want. Now flying an orbital towards his right side location, not having a command center ready. Now he does have a command center ready, just doesn't want to fly it over. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe wants to be able to evacuate faster. There's no real anti-air here. Now this orbital is gonna fly away. These workers are going to die though. Let's see. Ghost just going to get surrounded. Gives up 2 ghosts for free. This left side base is being taken out by a bunch of lurkers, or well, I guess these lurkers are being taken out by the left side base. As we see a bunch of... I don't think you can just straight up engage into that. Yeah, that's not enough there. There's a lot of banelings with this army as well. Let's not forget about that. +1 range finally finishing up as well. Vipers rejoin this army as they gained a little bit of energy. Oh no. Are these lurkers on hold position or the hold fire button? We've seen some crazy plays with the hold fire recently. I want to say between Rogue and Innovation on Death Hara, there was a game I saw where there was a flank with hold fired lurkers that absolutely destroyed the army of his opponent. Now here we see lurkers moving forward, no, moving back. Yeah, these are definitely hold fired, right? No, they're not. Just gonna be straight up going for these marines as 8 marines run into spikes, into their death. Big run by here coming onto the 4th base. Yes, this is the 4th base. Lurkers moving forward, so we'll be zoning out this right side army while the Lynx and Banelings take care of the base. So really cool zoning move there. Ends up losing none of the lurkers. Or almost none of the lurkers. This positioning with the lurkers is so crazy good. Every single time just running out of range of the tanks, and I think he can just go. Yeah, you can just move forward here, buddy. This is only 2 lurkers. Right side base got taken out at the same time. At least forced to lift. I didn't quite see what happened there. I think it might have just gotten taken out. The speed of these guys, absolutely unreal. Averaging a solid 600 APM here for Reynor. Now, of course, that is with the high repeat rate that Zergs used to build units. So, not completely fair. We see Clem on a solid 400 APM. Consistently good blinding clouds are being cast on the tanks. Another abduct goes down, and this army of Clem is kind of being shut down the drain, flushed down the toilet. As there's a lot of medevacs, but not a whole lot of units to heal. So not looking too great now. Sure, there's going to be loads of lovely nurses and doctors here to clean up those marauders and ensure that they're ready for battle. The problem is there's just not that many marauders. So banelings are moving forward. The Hydras went for a cheeky burrow there, forgetting they're not quite lurkers yet. On the right side we have 3 lurkers just denying this right side base. A couple of overlords in this single creep lane still holding strong. Rest of the creep looking meager, weak. Pathetic, one could even say, but I don't think it's going to matter because a lot of these fights off creep haven't even been going too poor here for Reynor. The moment you get lurkers, creep becomes less important. Clem realizes it's over for him, taps out and loses probably around 30 MMR to the Hunter of Sims. Pretty interesting game there where it felt like Clem for a long time was kind of far in the lead, and once those lurkers come out he takes 1-2 bad engagements and the momentum just shifts in favor of Reynor. Now, if you did enjoy this replay, if you do enjoy these little ladder games that I've been, I need to work hard for these. Okay, like every single time I call in a favor like this, then I owe so many people favors at this point. Like there's no room anymore. You know, this is it. For the rest of my time, I'm just gonna be like cleaning the dishes of both Clem and Reynor to just get these underground replays. So if you do appreciate them, please let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. It really does help a lot, and it makes it worth it for me to owe these cocky 90-year-olds there's some shoe shining. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time for hopefully another cool game. Bye bye.